Hi, I'm Mark, and in this short 5-minute video, I will introduce Airlock IAM's config automation capabilities. We will take a quick look at the main concepts and then walk through a simple demo. Before the introduction of config automation, IAM configurations were large, monolithic XML files. They were hard to manage, difficult to reuse, not composable, and hard to automate. This situation has been addressed with config automation features delivered in IAM 8.4, 8.5, and 8.6. To achieve this, we introduced features that allow IAM configurations to be designed as a set of reusable and manageable modules. Configurations become composable and can be automated using new command line tools. For example, the target configuration for customer A is composed using the red part. The configuration for customer B, on the other hand, is composed using the yellow parts. IAM implements these concepts through differable and readable YAML configuration files, so-called snippets, and a number of command line tools for automation. Snippets are configuration modules that also include the recipe specifying how the modules should be used and connected. The recipe is automatically executed when the snippet is applied. Let me show you this in a short demo. The demo starts with a minimal working IAM configuration. It supports username and password authentication, including self-services, user management, and token management. I will then add an Airlock 2FA snippet. The snippet adds and connects several Airlock 2FA plugins and provides the basic infrastructure required to use Airlock 2FA. In the third step, I will add a snippet containing the settings that are specific to my test setup, for example, service API keys and encryption keys. This part is separated so that the Airlock 2FA snippet itself remains generic and reusable. The demo is done using the config editor so you can see what is happening. On the left side, you can see the config editor in the browser, and on the right side, there's a file browser with a list of snippets. As said, I will start with a start configuration that only contains username and password. Let's check this. So there's no second factors in this example. And I'm going to add the Airlock 2FA snippet by just drag and dropping the snippet here. Config editor, it will tell me what it connects and what it imported. Now I have a configuration with all the Airlock 2FA plugins added. Here's just one example. There's lots of other plugins that have been connected to flows and so on. But as said, the test-specific settings are missing. So for example, the API keys to use the FutureRay service is missing. And I will add this using a separate snippet, which is called test instance YAML, and add it. And voila, now I'm set to go and everything is configured. So if this snippet is available and it fits the start config or whatever base config you choose, you don't have to know all the details and you don't have to connect all the plugins to get to this point. Doing the same with the IAM command line tools would look like this. Note that the third command also validates the resulting composed configuration. This could be used, for example, to make a configuration pipeline fail as early as possible if the resulting configuration is invalid. That is it for this short introduction. I hope this gave you a useful first impression of what IAM config automation is about. More information is available in our documentation. Have a look at the config management section at https://docs.airlock.com/IAM/latest.